You've been asking, so it's time to deliver. We're here to talk cookbook and make some taco soup. Hey guys, Kira here from 50 Shades of Mom, and today I'm here to share a taco soup recipe with you. But before we get into cooking, we're gonna talk cookbook first. So I'm super excited. We are finally at that time where we can start divulging a little bit more information to you guys. We are at a very exciting point. We've been working really hard. Actually, Nicole and I have been doing everything we can to cook and photograph and get our recipes over to Vanessa, but she is the true MVP here. She has contacted us every step of the way, and we've given her all of our creative input, everything down to punctuation and color scheme. But for the most part, she has really been sitting down and been the mastermind for layout and everything. So I really need to give her a huge shout out. She has been super solid in making one of my dreams come true. So I'm really excited, and it is so close, you guys. Like, we are in the upload process. Like, our final draft is where it needs to be, and we are in our upload process to Amazon. Now, this is the first time we're making a cookbook, so both of us, all three of us, are just novices at this point. So every step that we're doing is all new to us, and we're gonna take you guys along with us. So now we're in this upload process, and we're just not sure how long that takes on Amazon's part, because they are the ones we have chosen to be the editor, so to say, the final say, the one who bounds and binds the books and gets them out. So once they let us know how long it's going to take and, you know, when we can make them available for sale, then we can contact you guys and let you guys know. And if you want to know immediately, like be the first ones to know, the girls and I have put together a email address for you guys to contact us. It's called a YouTubers Cooking Playlist, which coincidentally is the name of the cookbook. So it is a YouTubers cooking playlist at chef.net. I'll make sure to link that in the description box for you guys. But just come over, send us an email with your first and last name and your email address. This way we can put you in a mass blast email, and you guys can be the first to know. Of course, we're gonna share it in a video on all of our social media and let you guys know, but it will be this month for sure, within the next couple of weeks. It doesn't take more than 30 days in that upload process. So being that we're there right now at the beginning of the month, we're definitely not getting out of October without them being available. Now, speaking of being available and sale prices, what are you going to get and for what? Now, we're not exactly sure on the exact dollar amount just now, because Amazon attaches their own fees for what they need to do in order to get this book together. So once they let us know, we'll be able to let you guys know, but we plan on kind of coordinating with whatever they come back with as a total and trying to keep this cookbook around $20. So we're not trying to, you know, it's not going to be some astronomical price. That's where we're looking to stay. So just figure somewhere around $20, give or take, once Amazon comes back with what their fees are. Now, what are you going to get for your money? Well, everything is going to be really contingent on if you want in on this pre-order. Once the book is available, you guys can purchase it at any time for as long as it's on Amazon, which I hope is forever. So you guys can always go back and purchase it at any time. But it's what you're gonna get for that pre-order that's going to be fantastic. So Nicole mentioned in her grocery haul this morning, if you guys didn't see that, I'll link her video as well, but she mentioned that if you pre-ordered, you had an opportunity only to purchase a free fall themed mini ebook. But free is the key word. I think with just some miscommunication, we're trying out the new email, we're texting back and forth independently in a group chat. It's a lot of collaborating back and forth. And I think somewhere along the lines, there was a misstep and Nicole kind of misunderstood. We will never be charging for this ebook. Ever. It is a free fall themed ebook. I'm not going to tell you any more information about that, but there will be additional recipes that are in ebook form that you guys will receive if you pre-order. It'll never be available for sale, and it will only be given for free. You'll never have to purchase it, but it won't be available later. If you pre-order, you will get a free fall themed additional recipes from all of us girls, and it will be emailed to you. You will get it instantly. You will not have to wait for the cookbook. Now, why would you have to wait for the cookbook? Like, once you pre-order it, right, you should be able to get it. Well, it's gonna go up for sale a couple of weeks after that. Pre-order is only going to be open for 2 weeks. And then once pre-order is over, it'll be officially for sale on Amazon, where anybody can go, like I said, and purchase it. But the ebook will no longer be available, and you will not receive a signed copy. That's kind of what launched this whole thing. We were gonna do ebook style originally only, but a bunch of you wrote in, and then it started to be more than a bunch of you. It was a huge slew of you who wanted your book to be signed. And so once we started seeing how many people really were so compassionate about wanting my signature on a book, is that not crazy? All of you guys had said that. We decided, okay, you know what? We need to produce a material book, and we need to give them what they want, which is a signed copy. But we all want to sign it. And I live in South Carolina, and Nicole's in Louisiana, and Vanessa's in Texas. So we're all over the place, and it's taking a lot of coordinating for us to get together with all these books. Like, we can't hop on a plane and fly to one another. Like, we have to drive and stuff. So I'm flying to Vanessa. She's having the book sent to her. We're driving to Louisiana, and we're all gonna sit together and with Nicole at her house and sign all these cookbooks. So it's going to take just a little bit of time to kind of pull this all together. So we promise by the end of November, the very beginning of December, you will tangibly receive your book if you pre-order, but it will be signed by all 3 of us with a personal note and everything. And we are completely overwhelmed with all of you that have just continued to keep reaching out and saying how excited that you are about this cookbook. And we really are too. This is, like I said, a dream come true for me, and I'm not gonna get emotional, but I'm very overwhelmed, and I'm very excited, and I can't wait to take you guys along on this journey with us. So make sure you email us below with your information so you can get in on this ebook. And again, I'm really excited. The pre-orders will be available for 2 weeks, and that will be within the next couple of weeks or so. You'll get your ebook immediately, and then your cookbook will come just, you know, within a little bit of time after. I'm flying there, and like I said, we have to drive. So it'll be a little bit of time, but you guys will receive it, and I'm super excited because, like I said, a bunch of you have really just shown how passionate you are and excited about it. So now that we've done a bunch of cookbook talk, if you have any questions, anything more, you can leave them in the comments below, or you can email us at that email address, and we'll be sure to get back to you with any of your questions. But again, I'm super excited. Everything is becoming real, you guys. Like, it is this month. It is just about now. So now, right now, we're gonna get into how I make my taco soup. Okay, you guys, so here are the ingredients that we are going to need to make this taco soup. I got my Omni chopper back out here just to kind of aid with a few veggies that we have, but otherwise this is a fairly simple recipe. And besides cooking the ground beef ahead of time, which is 1.5 pounds, the rest is pretty much dump and go. So we also need salt and pepper besides the ground beef. We're going to use some chili powder. We're going to use some taco seasoning mix. You guys can use the packets. I just have the big container. You're going to need 1 can of black beans, 1 can of pinto beans, and 1 can of red kidney beans. Do not drain them. We need all the juice. You're going to need 1 32-ounce carton of beef broth, and then you're going to need about 10 ounces of salsa. My recipe calls for the pineapple one. That's the one I like the best, but that's more of a summery thing, and I felt black beans were more fall, and that's what I had on hand, so that's what I'm using. And then you're going to need half a small white onion, half a red onion, and some garlic cloves. Now you're gonna see here that I am just salt and peppering the ground beef, and I'm getting it in a hot frying pan, and I'm just gonna get a really good cook on this. You wanna cook this all the way through. Yes, it's going to sit in the crock pot and it will cook more in the crock pot, but you want a really good brown on your meat before we put it into the crock pot. The meat is done cooking and you don't have to drain it, especially if you cook it long enough. Most of the fat will burn off, and I like a little bit of fat inside of there. I feel like it gives a little bit of extra flavor. And now we're just gonna dump the rest of our ingredients, you guys. So in goes the black beans, the red kidney beans, the pinto beans. Again, we're not draining them. Then we're going to put in half of that jar of the black bean and corn salsa. I actually got that from Brandless and it's really, really good. We're gonna put in that whole 32-ounce container of beef broth. And then now we're going to add that teaspoon. It's really a teaspoon and a half, so I did a good heaping teaspoon of the chili powder. We're going to add in our onions and our garlic that I used in that Amani chopper. And then we're gonna do half a cup of taco seasoning, which is equivalent to 2 taco seasoning packets. And then we're just gonna give it a really good mix. We're gonna put the lid on, and then we're gonna set this on high for 4 hours. But we are gonna come back at the 2-hour marker, because there was one thing you did not see pictured in that original ingredients, and that is corn. So this is my frozen corn. I'm just dumping in what I have left of this bag, which is approximately about a cup. But I usually just leave that in the freezer until I'm ready to dump that in, which, like I said, is like at that 2-hour marker. And then we're just gonna give it a good stir, and we're gonna put the lid back on for another 2 hours. And then you guys, it's done. That's it. 4 hours in the crock pot on high, especially since the meat is cooked, is all you need for this truly delicious taco soup, you guys. This is like fastly become one of my favorite recipes that I've made in the house, just because it's super, super easy. The most time consuming thing is browning the ground beef. Otherwise, this is pretty much, like I said, a dump and go recipe, and it's so flavorful. I always dump a little bit of grated cheese on top, and I let it melt all down while the soup is nice and hot. And then I top it with sour cream and cilantro and green onions, and we dunk it with chips and scoop it like chili, and it's just so delicious, warm and hearty, and perfect for this time of year. So if you like this recipe and you're going to give it a try, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. If you guys are excited about that cookbook, please don't forget to check the email address down below in the description box. Send us an email, let us know how excited you are, and give us your email address so we can blast email you when the time comes for this cookbook to come out. I hope you guys are excited, because we are ecstatic. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.